The episode starts off with the old man grabbing a raven and putting a note saying Winterfell is being taken over. Mm-hmm. And right away my first thought was, what if he grabbed that one raven that doesn't know how to fucking fly? Like, there's so many ravens there. He grabs that one, throws it out the window. Like, shit. He grabbed like any raven out of there. Or like,
I'm sure, you know, they keep track of like all their ravens being healthy, you know, they don't, you know, and they put the special ravens in special cages, like, you know, don't use this guy, he's not so good. It's like, why don't you kill him? Yeah, I like him. He's
it's just that, it's like, oh, that's the raven who equipped the birds for the kids so they can play with it.
Yeah. So the kids can kick it around.
What if that wasn't the note? Like, what if it was something else? We assumed it was the Winterfell. No, like it could have just been his grocery list or something. Like, get this for me. Maybe Winterfell's taking over.
I need to tell my wife not to forget the butter.
Yeah.
Dude with the fucking awesome, like, you know, braided beard or whatever going on, he gets executed. Takes a few shots to fucking get his head clean off, but yeah, he got executed. He spit in the face, and like I was like, yeah, you're gonna get executed for that. But he was like, you know, Theon was like showing a little softness, like when he didn't want to execute him at first.
It's funny too because he goes into the little boy's room, and he's like, "Get up! I'm taking over your Winterfell right now." I'm waiting for the kid to be like, "I can't get up. I'm handicapped."
Yeah, like that scene was pretty good. Like, and like how it was acted. Like, you know, you get this impression that he's not really like a dominating kind of leader. He's like get up, I'm prince now, like, you know, but like he's not really like, you know, it's like, you know, so come out and tell them I'm prince, and like, come on, do it.
Like, it could have been anyone could have took over Winterfell if it was that easy.
Yeah, well, you know,
like
Winterfell got all their best men going south and everything, you know, they just didn't put a security.
They were so vulnerable, you know? like I was saying before, like the wildlings. It was like an awful way of saying slave. Like, I would rather be called a slave.
They're not slaves, like, necessarily. Like, the people over the wall where Jon Snow was chasing, like, those, like, people who are free or, like, who are from above the wall, those people are wildlings because they're, like...
You're right, they're not slaves.
They don't have any loyalty.
They can throw cow shit at you know, Joffrey, get away with that.
Those aren't wildlings.
They can cut people's throats and get away with that.
The people who throw the shit at Joffrey weren't wildlings. They
look like wildlings.
They're just peasants or whatever.
I can't tell the difference.
Let's get on to the subject here. There's the redhead who's actually like really fucking clean for a wildling. Like,
that's a wildling too. What is that?
Yeah.
That's a snow wildling.
Yes, a snow wildling, wild thing. And she's really clean and pretty hot. She's probably, you know, I have a theory that every actress that signs up has to, in their audition, they have to like show full frontal, like, you know, it's like a porn audition because everyone apparently gets naked.
Just for George R. R. Martin.
George R. Martin. He's the producer, and he's just a pervert.
He's in every audition. It's like, oh, we got another person trying for a while. Like, I'm there. Count me in.
And they're all snuggling up together and everything. Like Jon Snow and this new girl, Ingrid, I think her name was. And she was all like, you know, rubbing up on Jon. I seriously thought she was just gonna be like, put it in. Just put it in. You know, she was just...
It could have been like that, try to arouse him for distraction. Yeah. Or she could be trying to get out of the ropes underneath. Her legs are tied.
Oh, yeah.
It could be like, you know, her trying to weave her way out.
That's true.
I don't know what her strategy is. Maybe she has no thing for Jon Snow. But maybe because his last name's Snow and she's into snow.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
She has this really big obsession with fire. It might be a smoke signal, or she's just a pyro.
Like, she probably has no worries about making fires, and fire is good. It keeps you warm, and, you know. And
fire good.
Fire good. Fire good. Keep warm. Burn bodies so they don't come back to life, and she wanted to be burned because she didn't want to come back to life like that.
I kind of see what she's talking about because I got to see zombies today in that episode. With that one guy after
oh my god, yeah, when Joffrey got hit by the shit, when the shit hit the Joffrey,
Shit hit the fan.
When the shit hit the Joffrey, shit hit the fan. Like, oh, that's alright. That works. But yeah, it was like a zombie fucking movie. Especially when that one guy falls back, and then people are just like, whoa! They just like dig into him and lift his arm up, and like, you know, presumably putting it to their mouths and feeding on him after.
The guy just stood there, no! Like, and then all of a sudden the arm comes up, they're cheering, yeah!
Alright, so
Tyrion just came out and just like started yelling at Joffrey. And Joffrey's like, you can't talk like that to me, I'm the prince. And all of a sudden...
No, he's the king.
I refer to him as a king, right? He's like, you can't talk to me, I'm the king. And then all of a sudden Tyrion just went, ha! Well, I just slapped the king. And
yeah, and my hand didn't fall off.
And my hand didn't fall off.
He's basically trying to say, like, you know, like, the king is not infallible, like, you know, like, that, like, you know, shit can happen to the king, and fucking, like, you know...
Shit can hit the fan.
Yeah. Just because Joffrey says, like, you know, you can't do this, doesn't mean it can't happen to him. You know, like, you know, people can't do it anyway. Like, you know, he wants to drive that point that, like, people, you know, aren't going to be loyal to you if you're fucking so vicious.
Right, he's so vicious that he didn't give a shit about Sansa.
Yeah, right.
Where she went. His servant, or his knight, or we don't call him, went out and saved her. And Tyrion thanks for it, and he's like, I didn't do it for you. Like, who did he do it for? Lady Stark? Like, who did he do it for? Because obviously it wasn't for Joffrey, and it wasn't for Tyrion. So maybe it was for Ned Stark and respect. Maybe he has a lot of respect for him or something like that. But just before the thanks, Sansa Stark was about to get raped by 3, I guess not wirelings, whatever they're called or referred to.
Peasants or whatever.
Peasants. Like, these peasants just like ready to rape the shit out of her. They hit her, ripping her clothes off. And then the guy who was ready to like pull it out and stick it into her, this guy's turned around, picked him up by the throat. I don't know if he ripped his penis out or just like cut his stomach. And,
I think they cut his stomach, and his intestines just like popped out like afterbirth, like you know, just. There's one scene with Arya and, like, you know, when Lord Baelish came in that I was really focused on. He didn't bring it up to Lord Tywin, but I do think he recognized her, and is probably gonna hold that information for later, because he's that type of guy who would just, like, you know, like, use...
He's a blackmailer.
He'll use information to, like, you know, get ahead, and, like, he'll strategically, you know, like, bring it up when it's fit.
Besides all this shit's happening, we go back to Koth, and Daenerys is basically trying to gather up ships for an army she doesn't have yet. And
right, so I don't know. She's kind of starting to annoy me, because I feel like she's just like spoiled. Like she just feels like she's so entitled to like everything. Like, she just expects everything to be given to her, and like, it's really like, you know, like, yeah, sure, she can promise, you know, like paying back, but like, really, what credit do you have? You don't have an all you have are dragons that you can't even protect.
Like, you can pretty much thank her brother for that, because in the first season, when we first introduced you to Daenerys, it's basically, she was quiet, she didn't know much, but her brother was all talk. She's like, oh, we have dragon blood in us, we deserve so much more, we deserve gold. And he was always like that, and he auctioned herself off, she became queen, and he kept talking all these good things about her, like all this shit about the family. And you know what happened to him? He got gold smelted onto him.
Yeah.
And after that, like, it just, she was treated like she was royal because of the guy she married. And when he passed away or died, or how you want to look at it, from the disease, basically she lost all that, but she still believed that she was entitled to it. My question is, like, who is the one who took the dragons? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It could be anyone in there. It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be anyone we've met before.
And that's just a cool thing to have, to tell people, like, I'm untouchable. Like I can go through fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would totally
boast about that all day.
Right. I'll be.
Hey guys, look at this. Oh!
It would be that. I'll put fucking gasoline on it. I'll put gasoline on me. Then I'll use the dragons to breathe fire on me. Like,
yeah, it'd be like in like the Hunger Games. You just walk around all day with this fire all over you, just grabbing attention.
Good way. You got people like playing musical instruments or dancing on the streets, and you got this one person like, watch me put myself on fire. Give me money.
Yeah, I guess that's how she can get her ships.
Yeah, right. Do a show.
Just be a street performer, light yourself on fire, you know, lay down a bucket, people will give you some money.
Put no top hats on the dragons, they'll do them dance. Like the frog and like Looney Tunes, wherever you want to call them from. It's like,
yeah.
Oh my god. It's just the dragons are doing it. They come out of the little box. Why hello. Thank you for watching our Games of Thrones review of episode 6. If you like it so much, please subscribe right here. Just click that yellow button. Or watch our last week's review right here. Also, coming soon, our Avengers review. Caution, do not hit or swing at people or animals. Well, I already avoided that. That'll hit me too.
Oh, it's boom.
It came back at me. I guess I am Thor.
Not Rage Films!